Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today behind me I have the all-new 2024 Toyota Tacoma Limited trim level. Now I want to give a huge thanks to Toyota for throwing this event here at Road America. We did get about 2 to 3 inches of wet snow that is already currently melting. So I want to give a huge thanks to them for providing some of these trucks for me to test and review for you guys. Of course, these are my first initial impressions, first hands-on with the new Tacoma, and hopefully I will get one of these trucks for a week-long review for you guys so I can get a better idea of, my overall day-to-day real-world driving impressions. But anyways, we're going to take a look at the Limited, which is the most fully loaded, most equipped Toyota Tacoma that you can currently buy for this model year. And this one even has the adaptive variable suspension option, which is the only trim level in the Tacoma lineup to feature that. And does change the driving characteristics quite a bit from what I was told. But anyways, let's go ahead and not waste more time. Take a look at this one behind me, which stickers just over $55,000. So the Tacoma in front of me is finished in the Supersonic Red exterior with the black Limited leather interior. Now the Limited is the fully loaded model from the Tacoma lineup, so it features everything that the Tacoma currently has available as an option, pretty much as standard equipment outside of that adaptive variable suspension, which this one does have for an additional cost. At the front end of the Limited, you will find full LED lighting with your LED projector headlights, daytime running lights, and turn signals all in that upper housing right there. Front and rear parking sensors, LED fog lights, and you will find some nice bright silver accents for the grille as well as that strip along the LED fog lights that are specific to the Limited, just to give it a more luxurious look, and it matches some of the other chrome accents on the side as well. You still do have that nice large chin spoiler, which helps with aerodynamics and fuel efficiency, but it can come off fairly easy from what I was told, which is a very nice option to have. And you do have the 360 surround view camera system via that panoramic view monitor. Coming around to the side of the Limited, you will find the paint match fender flares, so it matches the body color that you do choose. I think this is a premium look in my opinion, and some of the other trims across the Tacoma lineup does have that as standard as well. Coming to the wheels and tires, this is going to be the Limited specific polished silver wheel wrapped in 265/65 Michelin Primacy LTX all-season tires, so a pretty road-going premium all-season offering. The Limited will have chrome mirror caps with your LED turn signal integration, cameras on the bottom for that panoramic view monitor. No LED puddle lights, unfortunately, but they are going to be heated, and it does have blind spot detection. You will find the chrome accented door handles with the standard proximity entry and smart access system. I believe this truck does support the digital key functionality via your smartphone, which is a newer technology from Toyota. You have the Limited badging on both of the front doors towards the bottom, and the Limited also comes with the power running boards, which I believe is a first for a midsize truck. As you can see, opening the door right there allows them to come down, and they said they were on the smaller side, and I agree, but they are actually fairly sizable for a truck of this physical footprint. So very cool to see. They come down quite far, several inches, and make ingress and egress just that much easier if you're a little bit on the shorter side of things. We have your fuel cap over here. No branding for 4x4 on the bedside, which I sure is more of the luxurious look. You don't want to, be branding anything like that. Gives the truck a nice clean accent from the side, but is interesting, even though this truck is 4-wheel drive with a 2-speed transfer case. You have the LED lighting out back with your LED brake lights, turn signals, and reverse lights all in that housing right there. The switch for the power up-down tailgate is located on the side of this taillight as well. Rear parking sensor, nice chrome tipped exhaust here on the driver's side, and there is your trailering hitch. It is a 2-inch receiver, and this truck can tow upwards of, I believe, just under 6,000 pounds, depending on the configuration that you do get. Toyota says 6,500 for some of the lesser models, including SR5 and Pre-Runner in their 2-wheel drive configurations. And of course, if you get 4-wheel drive, you lose a little bit of additional towing capacity as well as lose payload. You have the more chrome accents here for the power tailgate handle with your LED lighting and the backup camera. You have an interesting insert there for the Toyota stamped into the tailgate. Just gives it a nice contrast against the red paint and goes with the satin chrome theme of this particular trim level. But overall, that's a look at the exterior of the Limited in specific. Let's go and take a quick look at the window sticker so you guys know exactly how this truck is equipped, and then we'll jump onto the interior. Now, unfortunately, I do not have a physical picture of the window sticker from the truck I was driving at the event, and I do not have access to the digital copy of it either. I do have a short video clip which shows the final MSRP of the truck being just over $55,000, including destination. And I know for a fact the truck did have the $750 adaptive variable suspension, in addition to a couple small options and accessories. So once again, this is a fully loaded Tacoma Limited. It tops out just over $55,000 as equipped, which if you've seen my TRD Sport video, these trucks are nearly identical prices and do come really close in terms of features and options with just a few small differences. So taking a look on the inside, this one is finished in the black leather interior like I mentioned. Starting out here on the door panel, you will find some very nice premium materials given this is the highest trim that they offer. So up top, you'll have a soft touch stitched accent material that continues on for the armrest as well as this padded section out back. Full power windows, mirrors, and locks with automatic all four windows, both up and down, which is very nice. You have this gunmetal gray accented door handle, some nice unique trim elements that are inlaid here in the door and across the dashboard. And there is a good amount of door storage, as you can see, in the bottom as well as this midsection. It does come with the JBL premium audio system, which is a 10-speaker in design. There's your power driver's seat with 4-way power lumbar, and the limited nice leather stitched seats, which does have that off brown accent stitching, which also matches some of the dashboard. So taking a look here on the interior, as you can see, most of the design is going to be the same as the other trim levels, but you will get some upgraded technology that is optional on some of the other trucks as standard here in the Limited. So in front of the driver, you have a 12.3-inch fully digital and mostly configurable gauge cluster that is controlled via the steering wheel controls here on the left side. So cycling through some of the quick pages, you do have your digital speed readout, of course your tachometer on the left, speedometer on the right. There's some of your off-road pages. Then continuing on, you have the iForce turbo gauge in the left side, average fuel economy on the right, some of the safety systems and adaptive cruise in the middle, and then cycling it through one more time, you come back to the original page with all of your battery voltage, oil temp, coolant temp, etc. Now this can be configured via the settings just a little bit further if you would like, but overall it is a very nice sizable gauge cluster and looks very nice here inside of this truck. Coming back to the steering wheel, it is going to be leather wrapped with perforations on the left and right hand side. It is going to be heated, which is very nice on a chilly day like this. Audio multimedia controls here on the left side. There is your driver safety systems here on the right side. It does have Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, which is their latest version they are offering in some of their newer models. Automatic headlights with auto high beam assist, and it does have fog lights like I mentioned. Unfortunately, no rain sensing wipers. To the left of the steering wheel, you have your headlight adjustment, gauge dimming, automatic high beam assist, traction control off. There's your 120 volt AC converter on off, power up down tailgate. This truck is missing the auxiliary switches, which would be normally found in this section right here on some of the TRD models, which is a very interesting omission. There's your overhead door illumination on off, as well as your running board deployment can be changed from auto, out, or off on the left of the steering wheel. So if you manually want to set them out, you can do that right there. There's that wood accent that I mentioned on the door panels as well as across the dashboard. It does have the JBL Flex audio, which you can simply pull that speaker out if you want a little bit of additional portable audio, which is a very unique design element that you won't pretty much see in many other vehicles. Now coming over here to the infotainment system, this is the largest screen offered in the Tacoma, 14-inch in size, the same as the Tundra as a matter of fact, and takes up a huge amount of the dashboard. Now this is going to be their latest infotainment or UI with navigation as a subscription if you would like. Of course, it will come with a trial for all of the features, including the app services and stuff like that. But hopefully I will be able to make a full dedicated tour of this infotainment here shortly so you guys get a better understanding. I think it is very easy to use, has been some of their other vehicles for a couple of model years now, and this screen is just absolutely massive. Of course, it does support wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, which is great to see on a screen this size. 2 AC vents, dedicated volume and power knob in the middle. Dual zone automatic climate control. There's your heated steering wheel, heated front seats, and ventilated front seats, which is not very common in the midsize truck space, but you do see it from other manufacturers. There's all of your hard touch buttons for the climate controls. Wireless charging pad down here in a vertical orientation. You have 2 USB-C charge ports. They are high output over there to the right. There's a 12-volt outlet. Nice beefy gear shift, which you don't normally see in all of the vehicles these days, as some are going to shift by wire. But there is a traditional shifter here in the center. There's your electronic parking brake, 2-speed transfer case, so it does have 2 high, 4 high, 4 low. Drive mode select in the middle. Now with the adaptive variable suspension, you do get additional drive modes, including Eco, Comfort, Normal, Sport, Sport Plus, and Custom, which you can configure over there via the settings on the infotainment system. But overall, very excited to see that, and you will get a dedicated tow haul mode as well. There's your trailer backup assist. There's your 360 surround view monitor system up here on the infotainment, as well as your engine automatic stop start off button over there to the right side. 2 large cup holders. As you can see, here's a normal size water bottle that fits in there with plenty of room to spare. Nicer leather wrap, soft touch padded armrest versus some of the other trucks that I've been in. You will find a decent amount of storage space inside. It's not huge, but not unusable by any means. And then behind that, you do have additional cup holder space. Up top, you have a nicer black headliner as well via some of the other trucks I've been in. LED Vandy illumination. There's your auto dimming and digital rear view mirror, so you can flip that down. You have 3 home link settings on the left side. There's your customizations for the digital mirror aspect. All those you can do, which can help tailor it to your driving position. And of course, if you don't want to use the digital camera mirror, you flip that down and it becomes a regular auto dimming mirror. Above that, LED illumination, power sliding rear window, overhead sunroof controls, and there's your SOS and overhead dome lighting. So nice to see a sunroof in this particular truck, and does take up and add a lot of additional light. So yeah, that's a look here at the front seat of the Tacoma. Let's go ahead and take a quick look out back. Taking a look in the back seat of the Toyota Tacoma Limited, this is going to be very similar to that of the front seat. Now, unfortunately, all of the materials for the front don't follow through, but you do get the padded armrest, which is an upgrade from some of the lower trim levels in the Tacoma lineup, and there is a good amount of lower door storage. Of course, the seating materials are going to be the same as the front as well, with the nice accent stitching and perforations in the center. Now, stepping inside, it is going to be fairly easy with this grab handle on the B-pillar. There's a quick look at the dashboard. In terms of amenities, you do have USB-C charge ports, 120-volt AC, 400-watt outlet that is shared power-wise with the bed, I do believe. You have 1 mat pocket on the passenger front seat. No center armrest, unfortunately, but you do have the power sliding rear glass with the defroster function. There's the overhead LED illumination, some hooks and stuff on the roof if you want to use those. And in terms of my seating room back here, I would say it is going to be fairly tight. This is actually not too far away from my actual driving position. And as you can see, my knees are brushing along there. And footroom is a little bit on the tighter side as well. But in terms of headroom, it's going to be plentiful with at least 2 or 3 inches above most people inside of the rear seat. So very comfortable back here. I love the seating materials with this leather seats and all the perforations. I think the shape of them is very nice, but in terms of overall physical space, it's going to be a little bit on the tighter side. So take a look at the back or the bed space of the Tacoma. It does have the power up-down tailgate, which is not something you typically see in this segment of truck. So as you can see, there is going to be a bed liner, which is optional. This truck does have it as an additional charge. On the right side, you have a 400-watt, 120-volt power outlet. I believe that is shared power-wise with the interior plug. You have the Tacoma branding at the front of the bed there, and some additional storage and tie-down points, and of course, LED bed lighting around the entire perimeter. So very standard issue size bed for a vehicle like this, and of course, it is easily raised up. You just give the tailgate a slight bump there, and it will automatically engage the power motors to shut and latch the tailgate. Now, wrapping up here on the passenger front seat, of course, you can see those power running steps deploy. You do get a power seat with the same exact adjustments, including 4-way power lumbar from the driver's side, which is very cool. There's a look at the dashboard with the Tacoma branding, additional storage space up top. The glove box is nice leather stitched, and there is a good amount of overall room inside with no LED lighting, unfortunately, but it does have a USB-C port up here to the right of the infotainment screen, likely for some additional cameras, accessories, anything that you might want to plug in there, or even use for the storage shelf. So quick thinking by Toyota to add USB up charging. I would like to see it up there near the mirror itself for dash cams or other accessories, just to keep the cords all up out of the way from being visible, but still nice to have there on the side of the dashboard for passengers or other aspects like that. But let's go ahead and pop the hood, see what powers this particular truck, and then go ahead and get into the driving portion of this video. Under the hood, you can find the standard 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder paired to the 8-speed automatic transmission, and then later in this model, you're going to have the option to opt for the iForce Max hybrid powertrain only with the automatic transmission and significantly more power. Now the output of this one is going to be 278 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque through that 8-speed automatic, and of course 4-wheel drive with the 2-speed transfer case. Overall, upon my first impressions, it's going to be pretty peppy, suits a mid-size truck quite well, and actually sounds quite decent in addition to having good acceleration. So you joined me just a few days later filming this outro for you guys because unfortunately I ran out of time and was unable to take the truck for a test drive on the off-road course and around some of the paved surfaces up at Road America. Now I was very interested to see how the adaptive variable suspension did in some of those different drive modes because I heard it does change the truck quite a bit, and unfortunately we're just time limited and I did not get the opportunity to do that. Now hopefully in the future I can get behind the wheel of the Tacoma Limited and take a truck with that suspension package for a test drive to see if it does change the truck and some of the handling characteristics quite a bit. But this is the only trim level that you can get the ABS system on as of me filming this video, but it may become as an option in the future on some of the other trucks. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and or found something helpful. If you did, make sure to hit that like button below. It greatly helps out the channel's videos. Subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to stay tuned for additional content. Not only on the Tacoma in the future, but other manufacturers as well. I want to give a huge thanks to Toyota for inviting me out to the Tacoma event once again up at Road America. It's always a blast going up there and seeing the track in person, let alone getting to drive on certain aspects of it. And I look forward to the 2024 Mama Spring Rally as well later in the month of May. So make sure you guys subscribe for that. There's going to be a lot of great content that comes from that. But anyways, let me know what you think of the all-new 2024 Toyota Tacoma down in the comment section below. Make sure to check out the TRD Sport video I did as well if you're interested in that trim level. Once again, the pricing is very, very similar, right around the $55,000 mark as these two trucks are equipped. And let me know which one you would pick if you were in the market for a Tacoma and which trim level you like best. But anyways, with all being said, I appreciate the support. Hope to see you guys in the next one.